Jamaica is set to introduce flexible work hours to boost productivity, reduce traffic, and empower workers. However, questions remain about the potential risks. Our reporter Marlon Samuels has examined the issues, and he filed this report.
The Jamaican government has announced plans to implement flexible work hours across various sectors.
In 2026, circular number 2 was put out by the Ministry of Finance with effect from February 1 this year, and it facilitated the rollout of the staggered working hours policy. Who gives us that authority? The Ministry of Finance has that authority based on the Constitution, based on the assignment of subjects, and the Ministry of Finance is the central authority for public sector management, public sector modernization, compensation policy, strategic HR policy, and administrative reform. And so it uses various means to administer these policies, and such circulars and policy directives and policy instructions are some of those instruments.
The new policy will allow companies to offer employees flexible start and end times within set limits. The aim: cut traffic congestion, lower commuting costs, and improve job satisfaction.
We did recognize the traffic situation, separate apart from fuel, the traffic situation in the mornings and the evenings. And so we felt that this was a means of reducing the congestion. And so that would have been some of the reasons behind pushing this.
The number of hours that commuters spent each year commuting in congestion-related areas was 793 hours. And one thing I think we haven't spoken about is what the impact that does to your physical state and your mental state. What is the cost beyond fuel, non-communicable diseases? Can that be, or should that be quantified?
Supporters say flexible schedules can boost productivity, improve mental health, and help retain employees. They argue that workers will be able to better manage personal responsibilities, promoting a healthier work-life balance.
70% of employees surveyed benefited from flexible work modalities, the work from home and the staggered working hours. 80% of entities reported higher engagement, and 70% of engaged entities reported improved output.
There was, in fact, a survey carried out. So after 30 MDAs that have implemented the flexible work arrangements since February of this year, 10 were recently, of the 30 that were surveyed, 10 of them indicated, which is approximately 30%, where 77% of those organizations noted either significant or slight improvements in output since adopting the FWAs.
However, critics warn of possible issues. They believe that flexible hours could cause communication breakdowns, reduce teamwork, and make performance monitoring harder.
We're wanting to implement a policy because it is recommended without having the back end in a place that benefits those who were putting a part of the flexi work arrangement. We won't get the productivity out of them as what the World Bank document is telling us that we need to achieve.
You can't jump into it without the proper planning, and I think that may have been the case with the likes of Amazon. So we can learn from those mistakes and make sure that if we're going to engage our staff in working remotely, that we have proper measures in place, KPIs, performance metrics, and the use of AI. I think there's a massive opportunity to utilize AI to make sure that we are getting the output that we need.
And as a responsible entity, the Ministry of Finance is implementing policies, and they're already doing the tests and doing the surveys to show that it can work.
Small businesses in particular fear that the lack of structure might affect service quality.
8 in every 10 employment is created by small businesses, and we have approximately over 40% of the national income is through small businesses, and then we have thousands of informal businesses, micro and small businesses that are not registered. Now, most of our small businesses, they require a physical space to operate from, and we find that it will be difficult for majority of them to actually work from home. We find that some of them that can actually operate remotely don't have the resources, so they lack laptops that they could use, or they have home internet issues or even backup power issues.
The government says the change will be implemented gradually with clear guidelines to support both employers and employees. The goal is to find a balance that promotes flexibility while maintaining productivity.
Jamaica's move towards flexible work hours is a major step in redefining the future of work. Success depends on careful implementation and ongoing evaluation. I am Marlon Samuels reporting for the news on PBCJ.